friends not link here. These are some relationships that need to chill out. Chill out. It's fine. Just chill.
One time I was sitting on the couch with my ex and like literally his family, and he was scrolling through Instagram on his phone, and I realized literally every single story he swiped through was an Instagram famous girl or like a pretty girl he had a crush on. Like it was just one story of a girl after another, and I was like, okay, this is getting embarrassing. I have to go to the bathroom or do something, and I still had his phone, and I was like, oh, this is my time to shine, and I started unfollowing all of them, like every single one of them. I'm not one to be sneaky or lie, so like he came back and he knew what I was doing. He saw what I was doing, and I told him like, yeah, I'm unfollowing all these girls. Anyways, he got super pissed and was literally acting like I betrayed him for unfollowing these girls. And he was like, why would you do that? And I was like, because you literally have a girlfriend that you post with all the time and none of them follow you back. And he was like, well, they used to follow me back. Literally gonna be in disbelief, but he literally proceeded to take his phone and ask me if he could follow all these girls back on Instagram after I just unfollowed them. Like, the actual audacity. Like, imagine your boyfriend wanting to follow these girls so bad that he literally asks his girlfriend for permission to refollow them back. Like, yes, I want your name popping up as following them so bad so they can be like, oh my god, look who just followed me and he has a girlfriend. Anyways, I was like, yeah, you can follow them back if you want me to literally break up with you and fly home. It goes to show you how stupid boys are, and they don't even realize what they're doing is so weird and wrong. Also, this was like 2.5 years ago. I probably wouldn't do this now, but I just thought it was a silly story because everyone's talking about why your boyfriend shouldn't like other girls' posts and stuff and how it's embarrassing. So that's my delusional story. You're welcome.
I'm at two minds about that. I don't know how I feel, because it's giving a little bit of like insecurity and jealousy, which, keep in mind, are okay to have. I mean, those are emotions that are very, very difficult to control, but you can control your actions when you have those emotions. And going through somebody's phone and basically stealing it and unfollowing all these people, that's an action I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing. Instead, I would go through and have that conversation with him saying, this is how I'm feeling, this is something that I would appreciate you doing, and then leave it up to him to make those decisions himself, to unfollow those people, or for you guys to come to a mutual understanding and compromise. But if you're just going out of your way and unfollowing all these people, I mean, of course he's gonna be upset. I would be upset too, because you'd be coming into my life, my personal social media, whatever it is, this is mine. And although I'm happy to share it with you, I didn't give you permission to just control it. So that's why I think communicating and having those discussions is super important, so that he can make those decisions for himself. Because if I was in that position, I probably would follow those people back too. I don't know, that's just my 2 cents on it. You guys let me know what you think in the comments.
Y'all, I went on a date the other day, and it was like a brunch kind of thing, and so I had a chicken biscuit and an apple pie, right? So we headed home after that, and we stopped at the gas station first, and he looked at me and he was like, do you want anything? And I'm like, yeah, some powdered donuts.
Yes.
And he looked at me and
choice.
he said, you chunky monkey. Chunky monkey is crazy. What I had earlier didn't fill me up, so I needed them donuts. Oh, bro, I should have asked for some crackers.
No, I can't tell if I love or hate that. Chunky monkey? It's kind of cute and endearing, but also, just because you're having donuts, is that meant as an insult? If that was my boyfriend calling me chunky monkey, I'd be like, yeah, okay, that's kind of cute. But the first date person? Do I hate that? Do I love that? I don't really know. Girl, eat those donuts. Who cares what anybody else thinks?
Let's talk about the time that 2 men I had met in the same day got into a fight over me. You'll be the judge about whether or not it was over me. So this was like, I want to say 2018, 2019. And one of my college friends invited me out to brunch with a couple of her guy friends. The weather was so nice that we were like, hey, let's keep the vibes going. So we go back to their place to just like take some time to regroup and decide to go to a day party. The day party was at Hudson Terrace, which is now known as Harbor, but if you know, back in the day, it was Hudson Terrace. So we go, someone catches my attention, and, you know, we start interacting. And I like noticed that one of the guys that, you know, I hung out with that I met at brunch is like kind of like lingering around and like kind of like staring. So, you know, I'm continuing to dance and interact with this guy. What are we gonna call the brunch guy? We can call him, let's call him Leo. Leo, who I just met a few hours prior at brunch, comes over to the guy who I met at the day party, and we can call him Bobby. So Leo goes over to Bobby. I'm standing right there, by the way. And Leo goes, hey, that's my girlfriend. I'm standing right there, so I hear exactly what he says. And when I tell you the look of shock on my face, I had never experienced madness on this level. So Bobby turns to me and he's like, is this true? Like, this guy is saying that you're his girlfriend. I'm so confused. I'm dumbfounded. And I turned to Bobby and I was like, I just met this man today. Like, I just met this man today. Bobby turns back to Leo, goes, hey dude, like, she says she doesn't really know you.
Literally?
Mind you, I just want to say, I think it's really crazy that these two men are really having a conversation in front of me about me, like on some weird, just like territorial stuff, which is why I was like, it was not over me. I'm not going to take credit for something that the male ego is completely responsible for. He goes, hey, she says she just met you. Like, I think you should just chill. Basically trying to tell him like, yo, like, you should just chill. Like, she doesn't really want to talk to you.
Kind of weird.
But Leo wasn't really feeling that, which is kind of crazy. And like, I don't remember exactly what he said after that, but it was just, whatever he said, it further enhanced the idea that this man was not well. And Leo was not really backing down. He starts kind of raising his voice and gets in Bobby's face. And then Leo kind of shoves Bobby back. I learned this about Bobby after the fact. But Bobby at the time was active in the army.
There's a part 2, but whoa, Leo, chill. What in what universe would somebody claim to be your boyfriend when you just met them? What? I genuinely need to understand the logic behind that, because of course they're just gonna turn around and be like,
no, sorry, I'm not actually dating you. I don't even know who you are.
like, what did you think was gonna happen? Well, I guess let's find out what happens and watch part 2.
Bobby shoves him back. And honestly, I don't know if it was that Leo is just very weak, or the floor was slippery, or Bobby happened to be very strong. The shove back didn't really look that crazy. I'm not gonna lie. It didn't look that crazy. Nevertheless, Bobby pushes Leo back and Leo goes flying. And now it becomes pretty clear to everyone in the room that there is a fight happening.
Yeah.
Like, then they start really, really trying to go at it. And I'm not gonna lie to you, part of me had always wanted to be that girl that's like, oh my God, guys, stop fighting, like, stop.
I feel that. I feel that.
But at this point in
Relatable.
time, I wasn't stupid. And I was like, I don't know either of these men, and I'm not about to risk my dainty little life trying to, you know, encourage two men that I just met to not fight. I just stood there, and it was really funny because while I was standing there watching everything happen, there was a third guy who had, like, I had a conversation with at the day party, and he kind of, I could tell that he was trying to flirt or whatever, but I wasn't really interested. And it's funny because he was still nearby, and he comes back to me, or he's like watching this fight happen, and he turns to me and he's like, you see what you caused? And I was like, this is not me. This is not me. But it also very much so was like, is this what Helena Troy felt like? Like, is this what she felt like? At any rate, bouncers get in the mix and they figure out who is fighting, and they're like, both of you have to go. At that point, I kind of felt bad because, like, on the real, it really wasn't Bobby's fault that the fight ensued. Like, Leo was really just really crazy. And so I kind of stepped in and went to the bouncer and was like, no, like, it really was him, as in Leo, who started it. And so the bouncer let Bobby stay.
Yay!
I don't condone physical violence at all. I actually really don't like it. I don't even like arguments. Like, I don't like when people raise their voices. But, like, I don't know, what was Bobby supposed to do? My friend and I ended up leaving to go to our college friend's housewarming. And Bobby actually tried to see me later that evening. I saw him, like, during the week after. But He wasn't based in New York. He was still in the army.
Aw.
And I didn't really even see things going anywhere anyways. And I don't even think I was trying to have anything serious. So
Aw.
that was that.
Okay, fair enough, but I also kind of wanted this to be like a happy romantic ending story. Not with Leo, but with Bobby. Not me imagining scenarios that aren't gonna happen. Bobby coming and defending your honor, being like,
No, I don't think actually that she even knows you or wants to be with you.
girl is so relatable. Not the fact that there's two men fighting over me. I don't have that. That's not relatable, but like, I relate to wanting that. I feel like every girl does. Am I wrong? You don't like actually want that, but you won't like be mad if it happens because it's kind of nice. I imagine guys feel the same way too, no? Am I the weird one? I'm really glad Bobby defended you though. Not that I think you needed defending. I'm sure you're more than capable of handling yourself, but at the same time, if Leo's first instinct is to get violent, ooh, good to have somebody there to back you up. Those are some relationships that need to chill out. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye now!